It is 12:40 p.m. when I press record. I went to Target, as salespeople out in the field who are watching this know. Target's a good spot for a quick bite to eat. Grab myself a sandwich, a couple other things, and saw they had Bowman mega boxes. So I grabbed 4. Here's the secret: self-checkout. Check out with 2 with your phone number, 2 without your phone number, different payments. They'll let it slide. So that's how I was able to get 4. You can see 2 stacks of packs right there. Here's the Benny sleeves for all our big hits. On the day that PSA said, no more, we don't want your cheap shit, we want the expensive stuff. We'll talk about that when we rip. So here it is. First, Bowman Megas. Bryson Guidez. I thought that was the same dude. I don't want to sound racist, but I thought that was the same dude. Anyway, Ronald Acuna is our first mega. And then we got a first of Dawson Hill, who is not off to a good start in his pro career. Espinosa and a couple other chromes. Okay, cool. All right, I like that. I do like that. I don't know, actually. Now, if you can pull parallels, I will like it. But I like the mega packs separated. I just did, because that way I could just rip, the packs and just be done. But not with this anymore. There's an auto. We got an auto of Yaro Padilla. Yaro Padilla auto. Not a first. Yaro Padilla auto. I was not expecting that. That's awesome. That's my first mega box auto. He is not even 19 yet. Yeah, young kid. Cardinals organization. And then the rest of the pack, a couple chromes, and Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt is leading the MVP chase I saw in the American League, which is pretty impressive. Hopefully that maintains. I like Bobby. Good dude. And a hobbyist. Waldschmidt. There we go. Sal Stewart, rookie. And then we have a Wei N. Lin. And then we have our laser. This one is Shotaro Mori and Max Fried. Seems like a lot of prospects in the packs, which I'm a fan of. That's why you buy Bowman. You don't buy Bowman to get a Ronald Acuna mega. No offense to Ronald Acuna or the family of Ronald Acuna. There's a Sterling mega of Ethan Holiday. So yeah, PSA said no more. We're halting everything except expensive. I get it. I use them as a vendor, obviously, for the side business of grading and all that. But I do get it. They had to do something. They had to do something drastic, and boy, did they ever. So they have done that to everybody. I think it's going to be a while. I work in staffing. I was area vice president for Southern Nevada and Southern California out in my old company. So that's how I was able to know. There's Moon and there's Lindor on the Sluggers. So that's how I was able to know their pay rates before us, because we actually quoted them out. We didn't win the account. Carter Jensen on the Red Rookie Redemption. We didn't win the account because my old company had high markups, and there's conversion fees and all that stuff. They didn't want to do that. So they knew this was coming. They got 3 temporary warehouses, one in Southern California for sure, and I think the other one's over by their New York, New Jersey office. I don't know where the third one is. They knew this was coming back then. They knew that people were going to be grading like crazy. They knew that all this chaos was going to occur. And now they're starting to want to do temps again. And what they do is, I think they're going to start them at 17. And then once you earn enough hours, you'll go up to 20, and you get to go to the regular office versus just their temporary office. So they knew this was coming last year, and then this year with a 10 million card backlog, and that's current. I think we're going to see that reach 12 million total by the time Tuesday comes around, because everybody's going to be sending like crazy, me included. and Sal Stewart on the red rookie redemption. Okay. So that is what's going on, is they're doing what they can. They're going to do, I've heard, 4 10s, 2 different shifts, so 20 hours of grading every single day for 4 days a week until they're caught up. I don't know how long that's going to take. There's a good one right there, Connor Griffin. So we'll see how long that does truly take. I think we're looking at probably 2-3 months is my guess, just by doing the math. Who knows? But everybody else is logged up too. CGC just announced that they're extending their wait times like crazy. There's a Mega Futures of Arquette. That's a cool card. We're gonna pretend it's a case hit. That's what we do on the channels. When we pull something we don't know about, we pretend it's case hit until proven otherwise, which usually happens right away. But anyway, that's what they're doing. Is they're gonna do it through temps, and they're gonna try to upgrade through their temps to fix the problem. It's a short-term solution, definitely not a long-term. But CGC they up their price. Everybody's like, why are they upping their price? Because they knew this was coming. They knew their demand was going to be high. Why wouldn't they up their price? They're owned by one of the largest investment firms in the world. Why would they keep their prices super low? To be nice? That's not why people get in business. They get in business to make money. That's what BlackRock does. I think that's what they're owned by, BlackRock, I believe. One of those big investment firms. So we shall see how that turns out. I am not too hopeful. Like I said, it's going to be 2-3 months. I have bought $4,200 in cards from LCSs and eBay the last 2 weeks. So I have a lot coming in, and I was hoping to get them out during June. I guess that's not happening. So I'm going to be sitting there kind of wondering what I'm going to be doing. And do I pay for the extra service and go up to regular? I don't know. And the reason why I said, I think we got a red. Whoa, hold on. So do I pay for the extra service or not? I truly don't know, because not all the cards are worth the money for the extra service. Or is it best to wait until they kind of die down in 2 months and then submit right away and try to get those in before football season? I don't know. It kind of depends. I have to kind of see where the margins are, where the numbers may lie. So, all right, we got a big one here. Right behind this Fernando Tatis is a red. We got a red moon, it looks like. 4 of 5. We got an auto and a red. There we go. Seo Jun Moon. To the moon is where we'll go. All right. There it is. He was born in 2007 from South Korea. And it'd be interesting to see what he does. He's a pitcher. So we'll see. There we go. Big one. Big one. We'll take a red. Red and an auto so far. But, yeah. It's going to be kind of difficult. And I think something else is going to happen with these other companies. And correct me if I'm wrong on this thinking. They know there is this log jam coming in. I mean, they just announced it, right? I think the other companies are going to grade very lenient for the next couple months. So if you have something that's iffy and you're like, this is probably most likely get a 9, I would probably send it off to one of the other companies that's probably going to get a gem. I think they're going to do what Vegas does when there's a new casino, is all the surrounding casinos magically start issuing out money a little bit more. I think that's what these other grading companies are going to do. So it'd be interesting to see what happens moving forward. That's just my feeling. That is not based off of anything, but just a feeling. And I don't think I'm wrong on that feeling. So let me know your guys' thoughts on all that. It is chaos. It's always going to be chaos. Corbin Carroll. And then a Kendry Churio. A couple chromes and Jack Caglione. So CGC, might see a CGC reveal here and there. Who else is out there? Beckett, but Beckett's getting backlogged. And then if you've submitted to PSA recently, you probably had an order or two that came back from Florida because of the SGC takeover, and they already announced that they're using those graders. So I think they're gonna start using Beckett graders too. I think that's why Beckett has a log jam, is they've been stealing some of those guys, and it's just going to be chaos for a while. Now, if you're a student in the Southern California area, you could be a grader during the day, do DoorDash at night, or you can do a barista during the day and do grading at night. I think that's kind of cool during the summer. Oh, we got something else. So that's what I would do if I was 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, is just do something like that. In the meantime, I'm going to see what this is. So we got a upside down purple. Oh, we got backwards card too. Oh. All right, I'm gonna put these off to the side. All right, we got an upside down card. Roki Sasaki to 275. Roki Sasaki. We got 2 numbereds and an auto. One was a red moon. We got a red moon and a purple Sasaki. So that's what's in the news with PSA. Also in the news is Pablo Torre has a video of Harambe eating his own shit, so that's fun. Highly recommend checking that out. Sorry to ruin it for you. Max Clark and Leo DeVries on the barely off-centered Sterling. Saw that earlier. Thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, that's the hobby. The hobby is an absolute mess right now. And again, I want to say this again. They knew this was coming up last year when we quoted them out with my old company. They knew back then this was going to happen, and they did very little to prep for it. It's just shocking, really, that thinking back, and I was looking at my old notes because I still keep my old notes from back then, and they knew. They knew. And when I'm telling you they knew, I mean, I'm telling you, they knew. So it's kind of sad and kind of understanding that they didn't put all this effort into it back then, but they are now. So hopefully it pays off. Trey Savage, that's a good one. Gabriel Gonzalez, another good one. Kate Anderson, there's a Braden Montgomery backwards on the laser, and Juan Soto right there. You know, not horrible. Okay, it was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty good. 4 boxes, 2 numbered cards, and an auto. Kind of what you expect out of mega boxes. Basketball mega boxes were loaded, and that's probably why I can't find any anywhere. But baseball does not disappoint this year. I really wish I would have got a case of them now. Maybe I'll do that for Chrome. But yeah, you get a ton of firsts. You get some cool inserts here. You get a couple lasers. So that's fun. Mega lasers. Oh, that'd be cool. If they combine that, oh, those would be tough to tell. I don't know. They'd have to have like something in the back, like that Mega Futures card. Kind of lets you know what it is. It's the Mega Laser. There's a Colson Montgomery red. And there I have another red rookie right there, Sal Stewart, who's number 2 on the betting for NL. Number 3 is Connor, and number 1 is JJ right now for the National League. And then Carter Jensen. We got Lindor. A couple big names, even though they're not first. We just saw Eli Willits. And then the ones I sleeved up. Trey Savage. Roki Sasaki to 275. 188. Ooh, I'm going to take advantage of that. If you have sold to Asians, you know why. 188 is a good number. 4 of 5 of Sejun Moon. The glare is just getting on it. There we go. There's the Mega Futures. A couple inserts, couple other ones. Another Sal Stewart. There's the auto. And then the first one, Dawson Hill. So that was fun. I will say that was fun. Mega Box is mega fun. PSA is not The hobby is getting expensive. The hobby is getting weird. And the weird part is, and I think it's consensus, it's probably very close to just dismantling itself. It's going to be very interesting to see what the next 18 months look like in the hobby. I love it. I love ripping. I don't think I'll leave again. I left, back in the 90s because everything was so, back then they were expensive and just weird. But I didn't have any money. I didn't have a job. I was 14 years old when I stopped collecting back then. But now I'm back collecting PC cards, selling cards, flipping cards online, and all that fun stuff. It's been a journey for sure. But anyway, if you like today's video, awesome. I appreciate it. Make sure you get your PSA orders in before Tuesday. And until next time, everyone, have a great day. Thanks.